Dark Angel. The name itself would give reasonable cause for one to feel threatened by a creature with the name. A formidable creature, perhaps. One certainly would not think of a black furry kitten. Dark Angel is, in fact, a black furry kitten. I first held her when she was 7 weeks old. She was beautiful, with bright yellow eyes looking up at me, as if to ask who I was. Her long dark fur tickled me when I pulled her close to me, and I could feel her tiny heart thumping quickly against my chest. I remember smelling farm on her, the grass and animals that must have been with her there. The woman who gave her to me had named her Bubbles because of her light and bubbly spirit. I knew that she was no Bubbles. I watched her on the ride home, hoping that she would give me some kind of idea as to who she was. I loved her eyes, and considered naming her that, but it was too soon to decide. She walked around the car, all over me and all over Janie. She meowed softly at me, and the sound warmed my heart. I continued to watch her on the way home. She loved exploring. She would go from one end of the car to the other, as if she flew there. On the short ride, I had fallen hopelessly in love with my beautiful kitten. My father wanted me to name her Bella, but that reminded me too much of the girl that fell in love with a vampire. I turned the name down. I finally decided that she was an angel, but not any angel. She was a dark angel, and her fluffy black fur made the name appropriate. In the first couple months of owning my dark angel, I learned some things about her. For one, I learned that she enjoyed sleeping either curled up on my left shoulder or in the nape of my neck, always where she could hear my heart. I also learned that Demon would have been an appropriate name for her also. She played these games with me. If I was asleep when the sun was up, she would wake me up. But not a simple way, like jumping on me or meowing. She would bite my toes. She also enjoyed coming really close to me when I would call her, and then jumping away before I could grab her. She never plays games with me anymore. One thing I've noticed about her, though, she doesn't pounce. All cats I've encountered before have pounced. The older she's gotten, the stranger she's gotten. She won't play with me, but she will play with the dogs and by herself. For Christmas, she got these little balls with bells in them, and she'll run after them, but she won't pounce. Angel! She won't pounce at the dogs either. Instead, she runs up behind them and grabs their tails, and sometimes she'll go around the front of them and grab their faces. I have noticed that she can be a little bit of a turd sometimes. Another strange thing about her that I don't notice with other cats, she carries things in her mouth, like socks and toys and things. Sometimes I'll catch her running around the kitchen chasing air. But then when she gets tired from that, she'll come and curl up in my arms and fall asleep. Occasionally she'll suck on the collar of my shirt, but I'm trying to break that habit out of her. It's a sign that she was taken away from her mother too soon. Sometimes I'll find her sucking on a blanket as well. When she was smaller, she would suck on my pinky finger if she could get to it. Dark Angel has her ways of annoying me. Sometimes, something that she is always trying to do, no matter how many times I punished her for it, is get outside. I haven't taken her to get her shots yet. Being outside is too dangerous for her, but does she care? Nope. Every time I open the door to let the dogs inside, she tries sneaking past me to the great outdoors. The funny thing is, she hates the snow. So every time she actually manages to get out, she comes sprinting back to the door before I can even begin to chase her. Sometimes it seems like she's trying to drive me out of my mind, just for the pleasure of watching it happen. Even if she does manage to drive me insane, like right now by walking all over my keyboard, I always love her. That is exactly why I got her, to learn responsibility while having fun. Watching her is fun too, the different ways she reacts to things, how her eyes light up when she finds something she likes. Dark Angel could mean many things, but to me, she's my watchful guardian.